So for those of you who watched yesterday's video, I just want to say, first of all, thank you. There was a massive response from you guys that I did not expect. I posted that video mainly for the core people who watch this channel that are interested in learning about plant propagation. And I wanted them to know, hey, I'm having trouble here. I may not be posting a whole lot lately. It was not a cry for help, guys, at all, and you should know that. I got way bigger of a response than I thought I was going to get. And I want to tell you, the comments are still rolling in, and thank you, thank you, thank you from the bottom of my heart. I am just overwhelmed by the prayers and the well wishes from you guys. I really appreciate it. I want you to know one thing. I'm okay. I don't know what the future holds with this yet, but I'm okay emotionally. I'm okay physically. A little off right now, but I'm okay. My family's okay. Thank you so much. We are okay. I really appreciate the prayers. There are a lot of people out there that are in a lot worse shape than me, and you know, I mean, it's just a pinky. If he has to, the guy can cut it off. I still got 4 fingers on this hand, right? Well, it's not going to come that far, but really, it's a pinky. So I'm doing okay, and thank you. For those of you who are interested, I did take the bandage down this morning. I unwrapped everything. They said to clean it. I did all that, cleaned my hand, tried to clean things up as best I could, and I rewrapped it all. I filmed a little bit of it for all you people out there that want to see what it looked like. I don't know who you are. I would want to see. But anyway, I'm going to post that at the end of the video because some of you probably don't want to see it. It's kind of ugly and mangled looking, but anyway, I'll post that at the end. So I do want to mention a couple real things through this video today. First of all, I want to give you an update. I called the surgeon's office this morning, and they have got an appointment for me tomorrow morning, Tuesday. It's 7:50 in the morning. My wife and I need to be there, and their physician assistant will evaluate this, and he will decide whether or not it needs surgery, and then he'll let the surgeon know, and if it needs surgery, he'll do surgery later on that day or the next day. I don't know. I don't know all those answers yet, but tomorrow morning I got an appointment. They're going to take a look at it. So I want to talk about a couple things and touch on this video. Hopefully I just kind of updated. What are we at? 5 minutes already? Jeez, Mike, you just don't know when to shut up. So we've already kind of touched on what's going on, doctor's appointment, that. So for those of you who just want a quick update, we're done. For those of you who want to hear a little bit more, let's move forward. So I want to talk about a few things. The first one is, this whole experience reminds me of something that my dad said to me when I was in my 20s. And what he said, I don't even remember what it was we were talking about, but he said, you're going to learn a lot about yourself in the next few years. And it's true. Every time something changes in life, we have something change, and you know, it just changes. We're going to learn a lot about ourselves. How tough are you? How much are you going to hold up? How are you going to handle this situation? And who are you really? And it's true. And so I want to talk to you guys about a few of those things that I've learned. The first thing is, I want to show you a book that I read when I was in my early 20s. I've always been really into self-help and just learning more of how to improve yourself as a person. And this is a book that I found, and I think it was written in the 1920s, published in 1936 by Dorothea Brand, and it's republished. I don't even know if you can get it anymore, but the book is called Wake Up and Live. And it says, a success formula that works. And I read this back then, and it really impacted me. I mean, it impacted me big. But now that I'm 20 years older, it makes even more sense to me and really has impacted me. So if you guys want to read a good book, if you're young and you want to, if you're old and you want to change something about your life and you want to see things from the other side, there's the book, Wake Up and Live, by Dorothea Brand. It's a really good book. Anyway, a lot of you guys made comments on there about this kind of, along these lines, that basically said, you know, one person in particular put it perfect. They said, when one window is broken, another door opens, which I thought that was pretty cool. So it's true, man. When something happens and it kind of takes you down, it really makes you take a step back and look at life in a different way. And that's what this book teaches you how to do without going through the trauma. But here we are. So what this whole experience has caused me to do is to really see things in a different way. And there's a few things I want to talk about. One, the most depressing thing about all of this for me, and this is going to shock you guys, is not the plants. I love my landscaping and my plant propagation, but I know deep in my heart, if I just keep things watered, you know, the weeds will take care of themselves. They'll die back in the winter. These plants will come back next spring. There's more years. It's my weightlifting. And a lot of you don't know this, but when I was a kid, I wanted to be Arnold Schwarzenegger. Now, I didn't get the genetics to be Arnold Schwarzenegger. I'm a skinny guy that, you know, doesn't look like I lifted more than a pencil in the last 20 years, but I love to lift weights, and it's a real passion of mine. I spend a lot of time doing it. I spend a lot of time focusing on my diet and nutrition and all that kind of stuff because I just love the subject, and I love doing it. I love lifting weights. And for all you doubters out there, I'm going to post a little clip right here of me doing pull-ups with 80 pounds strapped to my waist. But you know, this is what I love to do. It's like my other passion aside from these plants and propagation and growing plants and landscaping and all this kind of stuff. It ain't gonna happen right now, and so that's really eating me up. And a lot of you said, man, I hurt my rotator cuff, or I hurt this tendon, or I did that, and it takes a long time to heal. I know, I just went through this. I'm on year number 3 with a shoulder injury that I caused doing other things on my property, and it's finally getting better. It happened before I was really doing the YouTubing seriously, and it's finally, I'm like 90% there, and I've been back lifting weights hard and strong and doing good and really feeling comfortable with it. And then all of a sudden, boom, this one's going to put me out for a while. So that's playing with my head a lot. It's messing with my emotions because I really enjoy that. It's a big love of mine. It's a big, I like to lift every day or every other day when I'm off of work, and it's a big stress reliever, and I really love doing it, but it's going away for right now. It just has to. There's no other option. Nothing I can do about it. Maybe I'll take up running. I don't know. But anyway, so that's one thing. It's gritting on me, but you know, it's just something. I'm going to open myself up to new possibilities. Another thing, a lot of you commented about how I'm going to have to learn to use my left hand, and I want to tell you guys, you are absolutely correct. I thought there was no way in this world I was ever going to be able to use my left hand for anything dexterity-wise. I thought, you got to be kidding me. I've already figured out how to put the mouse for the computer on the other side of the keyboard and use my middle finger instead of my first finger to click the left button, and the right, oh, you know what I'm trying to say. Anyway, everything's completely backwards. I've already got it. I'm pretty good at it. I'm like 80-90% there with it, and it's going quick. I don't know about writing yet. That might take some time. I don't know if I'm going to figure that one out, but I'm figuring out the teeth brushing thing. I'm figuring out other things. Shelly is blessed. She doesn't have to help me with every little personal thing in life. It's just taking some time. Everything is slowing way down, and I'm trying to learn how to do everything with this hand, and it's just taking some time. But you guys are absolutely right, man. The human mind is amazing. It's amazing how quickly the brain starts picking things up, and I'm getting there. I'm figuring it out, and it's going to be fine. And I'm actually, it's kind of fun seeing what you can really do when you're put in a situation. You guys hear him? When you're put in a situation you can't get out of. The next thing a lot of you commented on, and by the way, these comments are still pouring in. I'm so grateful and thankful. I can't thank you guys enough for the love and compassion that you've shown me. Did not expect that in a million years. You guys are the absolute best family to have on this thing here. But one of the other things you guys talked about was my kids. You said they're going to have to learn how to do things for themselves. Now I've got an 8-year-old, and then the other one just turned 10 a couple months ago. So they're getting older. Now, the way my brother and I were raised, I always like to think of myself as someone who raises my kids to be self-sufficient. However, like a lot of you said, I'm going to learn a lot about what my kids can do to help. And and I'm learning a lot about how I'm raising my kids that I didn't realize. So when I was a kid growing up, my dad was a single dad for a lot of years, and he kind of expected my brother and I to, it wasn't like this thing where he sat us down and said, now boys, you're gonna have to take care of yourself. It wasn't nothing like that, but it was just how he raised us. He raised us in a way that we just kind of knew we needed to take care of ourselves. He took care of us. He was a great dad. He was always there. I mean, he was dad, but we knew that we had to get up in the morning. We had to make our bed. We had to go brush our teeth. We had to, without being reminded, we just had to do this stuff. We really had to step up and be a big part of life. And I always imagined I was raising my kids like that. And just in the last few days here after this injury has made me realize, watching my kids and asking them to do things and seeing how I interact with them, not able to do everything I used to do for them, has made me realize I'm a little bit of an enabler. And I never thought of myself like that, but I want my girls to grow up self-sufficient. And I'm glad I've caught this when they're only 8 and 10, but I think I've been letting them get away with too much. I think I've been helping them too much. And I don't mean I should be there. I'm a parent. But sometimes it's good to just talk them through things and just let them fumble on their own, instead of jumping over and saying, no, don't do that, or let me help you with that, or let me, because you don't want them to get dirty, or you don't want them to break something, or you don't want, let them bang something up, let them hurt something. I'm starting to learn that about myself. I might be a little bit of an enabler, and my wife might be too. And so this experience is really helping me realize them kids can grow up. They can do so much more than and we are expecting a lot of them. But when it comes to doing things outside of what we ask of them, I need to just hang back, man, and let them figure it out for themselves so that they can grow up into more respectable, appreciable human beings. And so anyway, I am learning a lot, guys. I'm learning a lot about myself. I'm learning a lot about how I'm raising my kids. I'm learning a lot about a lot of things that I didn't think I was going to learn until this happened. So did I cover everything? I don't know, but bottom line is I got a doctor's appointment tomorrow morning, and we're going to find out a lot more at that appointment. When I took this bandage down this morning, I tried once again. I said, Mike, maybe you can move that pinky and you just don't realize it. I tried, I couldn't, and it was painful when I tried. But let's go show you that video. Some of you probably want to see what this looks like, you sickos. But seriously, let's show you that video real quick. You can see what it looks like, what the finger looks like, and we'll go on from there. Alright, so for those of you who wanted to see it, there it is, man. This is for my purposes as much as just showing it to you guys, but when I try to bend these fingers, that pinky just won't do anything. Oh, that hurts. Don't stretch that out, Mike. So it's almost like when I go to hold a cup of coffee or something, that pinky's going to be sticking out like I'm a little English royalty or something, But that sucker, there's nothing in it. I can't. All I can do is wiggle it at the base a little bit. That hurts. But man, the swelling's gone down a lot over the past couple days. But geez, it is just, oh my lord, that sucker is just gone. There's just nothing. That end of the pinky where they sewed it up was just like flopped over. And now that I've got it off, I'm actually seeing more lacerations in there that we didn't even get to sewing up. Jeez, there's another one over there. Holy cow, man. Alright, there it is. Wow, pretty gnarly, huh? But to tell you the truth, a lot worse things could happen, and like my wife said, I could have fallen right onto one of those shards and it could have jabbed right into my kidney. That didn't happen. I could have slit my wrist. I mean, there's so many more things that could have happened. This isn't the worst thing that's happened in life. So like I said, emotionally I'm in an okay place. I'm learning how to use my left hand. So maybe this is an advantage. We'll see. But I hope if you guys got anything out of this video, it had something. It was a little bit scattered, but it had something to do with this. It had something to do with looking through other doors in your life, looking at things from a different point of view, looking at things from a different angle and realizing that no matter how your life is going, whether you're happy or unhappy or what's going on, there's always another way to look at it, and life can be whatever you want to make of it, starting right now. And I know you got lots of fears and worries and concerns. I do too, trust me. I tend to be a higher strung kind of person, and my mind's constantly going 100 miles an hour, but this has made me have to slow it down and go, Mike, you got to look at things differently, man. And life's going to go on, you know, and it's going to be great if you want it to be great. And so I hope you guys got something out of this. I'll try to keep you updated on everything. Have a fantastic day. I guess maybe I'll post tomorrow. We'll see what happens. And see you in the next video. Adios. Oh, and by the way, I have read every single one of your comments, and thank you so much. I am so appreciative of all the well wishes you guys are sending me. I just can't write you all back. It's just not possible right now. But know that in my heart, I am thanking you all. Thank you so much. I appreciate your guys' views. I appreciate you watching the channel. Have an awesome week, guys.